Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. I'm feeling very somber today. I did a whole lot of philosophical self-evaluation on when you have conflicting ethics inside of you and no one's getting along. And that took a lot of philosophical brain power that I'm now going, okay, now I'm processing and I'm somber. So I'm very much flatlined right now. I just did positive affirmations and ASMR for anxiety. And in the middle of it, I don't at all talk during an ASMR positive affirmation video because it's all about making sure the person gets right into it and then settles down into it. And a lot of people listen to this while they're going to sleep. So the last thing you want is me to start prattling on just as you're drifting off. So whenever I have an announcement to make that's specifically ASMR and positive affirmations related, it goes under news and announcements because I'm not tagging it in the video that I just did. That being said, I was in the middle of it and I just had this massive epiphany and I went, son of a bitch, I need to combine A with B with C to get this. So I have been hesitant with teaching emotions. And the reason why is because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. I have four categories of emotions depending upon where they come from. And then each of those emotions is on a spectrum. Like fear to love is one spectrum, but you also have anxiety to fear on another spectrum. Fear shows up in like five different spectrums. And then there's the explaining to somebody right off the bat that emotions are actually highly logical and then breaking down all the philosophical evidence to show why they are so logical and how. In addition to that, emotions run with actual rules. There's laws to emotions, just like there's laws to physics. And I'm in the process of writing up all of the emotional laws. It's extraordinary. And every emotion runs off of the exact same formula. It's beautiful. It's just, when you get into the world of emotions, it's very mathematical. It's all physics. It's absolutely stunning. So, that being said, I have a lot of work for emotions. So every time I get into it, it's like, oh, wow. And people don't want to hear about certain emotions like jealousy. Jealousy is a compound emotion that actually is made up of three different emotions that creates this unique cocktail. So some emotions are actually cocktails. Others are evolution. They're not evolutions. Others are on that spectrum where they're basically a push-pull and you require this full magnetic link to each other to get the neutral. And once you understand where each one is, you can literally use the opposite emotion to draw it in appropriately. It's gorgeous stuff. But like I said, it's a lot. I could teach an 8-week class just on emotions themselves. And a lot of people, let me rephrase that, people who are in perspectives 1 through 5, especially 1 through 4, don't want to hear all the background. The only people who really are interested in the background of how emotions work are people who are 5, 6, and 7s and 8s. They are the people who want to know how the emotions work. But if I'm working with somebody who's a 4 or a 4-5 or even a 5-5, they're not going to have any interest at all in all of the background. So I'm trying to figure out how best to provide material on, look, everything you thought you knew about emotions, throw it out. Let's start over. Clean slate. Now let me show you what I figured out about emotions. And then I lay down the logic, the laws of the physics, all the spectrums, how they omit a positive and a negative charge, and how there's a neutral charge if you know how to balance them properly with the correct emotion, etc., and so forth. And I was just doing this ASMR and positive affirmations and mantras for anxiety. Now, I've never done it based on an emotion before. Usually it's for wealth. I want to get something. I want to go somewhere. I want to accomplish something. But this time I did it for emotion. And I realized, first of all, positive affirmations is just manifestation. Now that I'm very familiar with. And I'm sitting here going, well, wait a minute. If you're manifesting and it's positive affirmation and you're just using words to validate, which is what emotions need anyway, and it helps you get your defense system up, then why don't I actually teach you how the emotions work within the positive affirmations? That'll be interesting. So right in the middle of it, I decided to do this. I decided to give a mantra that actually corrects the understanding of what anxiety is. So in the middle of the affirmation, I said, I understand that anxiety is just a compounded, overwhelmed feeling of not being able to control. So I am in control. I can make my choices. I am enough to decide a situation for myself. Now, immediately as I was saying this, I could see how some people would immediately confront two major problems, three, but two. First of all, you need love. That's not a problem. Most people have love, especially when you start digging into self love. You realize you have a lot more of that than you realize. The second thing you need is truth. You need to be honest with yourself, 100% honest. And you can't be honest with yourself if you don't have courage, which is why people have fear. And then the fear is what you're really doing when you have anxiety is you have to choose between being afraid and surrendering control. You want the control, but not at the expense of the safety. So you're choosing between controlling a situation and feeling safe. I'm so glad I found these words finally. And when you are in that kind of a situation, the only solution is courage. Courage requires honesty and love. That's what courage is made up of, honesty and love. You see what I mean? I'm just trying to pull apart anxiety. And in so doing, now I'm talking about love, self honesty, courage, fear, how it's now down to safety versus your power, safety versus your authority. Those are the core words here, safety versus authority. When you struggle with safety versus authority and your safety trumps authority, now you have anxiety. The only way to take this back is by using your authority to cancel out fear and safety, ensuring that you can continue with your own safety and making a choice. But that requires courage. So I was able to basically, through positive affirmations, cram all of this into a 10-minute positive affirmation video without all the technical. So I'm still going to do the technical because I have to. That's me. That's my brain. And there's going to be sixes, sevens, eights who absolutely want that technical. And we're definitely going to need the technical where we're going. But for those who just want the positive affirmations and want that immediate, just give me the positive affirmations and let me go through this. There you go. So what I'm going to do is three parts. I'm going to have my dissertation, which lays out all of emotions as I understand it. That's probably just going to go into my book. The other one is going to be a positive affirmation with a very brief explanation of a summary of what's going on in the book. So if you need the theory to understand why the emotion is what it is, you'll have a little explanation without the overwhelm, which won't add to your anxiety. So this is basically me announcing that I'm going to change the way I do positive affirmations, and I'm going to be switching them over now to, oh, I see it. I see it. I just gained another perspective. So we're going to change it now so that positive affirmations are going to be coupled with emotional management and learning how to manage emotions. So you pick an emotion and I'm going to go through a positive affirmation. I'm going to do jealousy right off. Give me emotions. What are you guys struggling with? Go ahead and write the comments below and I will start taking requests. I know I see anxiety a lot. But I can also very much focus on jealousy. That's the other one that I will work out. I think that's it for now. So thank you so much. And as always, subscribe to my newsletter, subscribe to my news channel, take a look at the shop to see what masterclasses I offer. And of course, I am available for DM comments and I've opened all comments now. I am also available. I'm now doing booking discovery calls. If you want to jump on a call with me, we can start those now. That link is available also over at my website for Contact Anna. So thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.